And we are back on the Fowler Show. Now this story should bring a smile to your face. Her name is SheZow. Yep, SheZow. SheZow. And it is the first cartoon character, television cartoon character that is gender bending or trans. That'd be the right word. I would yeah, trans is the right word. Trans is the right word. And I know my folks out there, if I'm politically incorrect, make a comment, tweet us, tell me. You know I'm trying to get better at this. I'm not the best at my gender pronouns, but I'm trying to get better. So this is a working towards process, so I need your help to do it. Either way, let me tell you the story about this cartoon. Guy is a normal 12-year-old boy who loves video games and skateboarding, but when he finds a magic ring, he transforms into a female superhero, SheZow. Almost like a gender-bending Green Lantern. SheZow isn't masculine. Actually, she's more like Wonder Woman, complete with a pink skirt, you know, thigh-high boots, and a pink car that goes around and saves the world. Now they're showing this SheZow cartoon to audiences of children, sort of get their feel for it, see if they like the show, see if they will adapt to the show. But if they do, you know, I think, you know, we've seen gender starting to play a role in our comic books, but this would really, you know, be the first time that we've explored this on television. And whether or not she gets lost in the shuffle or doesn't get lost in the shuffle, the fact that network executives think that it's a good ideal to create a gender-bending character for our children to watch, I think is a really good thing. I think what it does, and I think this is more of a social commentary to where we go forward as a nation, where we go forward as a world. And I think what we need to do is we need to begin to celebrate difference, right? Whatever that difference might be. And just think about it. When you think about the fact that, you know, in the 50s and 60s, there weren't any black superheroes. And then we finally got to see Foxy Brown, and we got to see Shaft, and the creation of this whole ideal of a black superhero. And the X-Men's then we had black X-Men, Storm, right? At one point in time, we never saw black superheroes. And now you see black superheroes. And that was our country changing the dialogue, celebrating difference. And the best way to celebrating difference means you have to start, you know, before they get above the knees, because that is where you begin. That is where the seeds are sown, right? That is where, if you see your parents always hating, or you see hate, you become hate. If you see love, you become love. And so if we can continue to promote these type of pro-difference characters and pro-difference, what's the word I'm looking for here? And pro-difference cartoons and pro-difference role models, we can really begin to see a sea change in how our country views difference, right? Because this whole ideal of hatred, and this whole ideal of segregating a group of people or disenfranchising a group of people, or, you know, trying to make it harder for them, is all reaped, and it's all sort of sapped and you know, soaked in this whole ideal of hatred and racism and sexism and xenophobia from the past. And it's time for it to change, and I think the best way to change that is to start with the children. And the Bible is good for saying that the children shall lead them, and maybe SheZow and those children that love her cartoons can lead us as we move our country into the next generation, where we begin to celebrate gender bending instead of condemning it. It's a good thing. It's a good thing, folks. It's a very, very extraordinarily good thing.